The key to happiness. In a quiet village surrounded by rolling hills, there lived a young seeker named Dev. Dev had heard many stories of enlightened beings, those who had achieved great wisdom and inner peace. Driven by a deep yearning to find happiness, he embarked on a journey to seek enlightenment. He traveled from one teacher to another, visiting distant monasteries and temples, hoping to uncover the secret that would grant him lasting peace. One day, after many years of wandering, Dev arrived at a small, serene village nestled at the foot of a towering mountain. There, he met a humble old monk named Tenzin, known for his profound wisdom and gentle heart. Dev, eager to find the answers he sought, approached the monk and bowed respectfully. "Master," Dev said, "I have traveled far and wide in search of the key to happiness. I have studied many teachings and followed countless paths, but none have brought me true peace. Please, can you teach me the secret to lasting happiness?" Tenzin smiled kindly and gestured for Dev to sit beside him. "Ah, happiness," he said softly. "Many seek it, but few understand its true nature. Come, let me show you something." The monk led Dev to a small garden behind the temple. In the center of the garden stood a magnificent tree, its branches heavy with vibrant blossoms. Dev marveled at its beauty, its colors, and the sweet fragrance that filled the air. "Do you see this tree?" Tenzin asked. "Yes, master. It is beautiful," Dev replied. The monk nodded. "Now, look closely at the blossoms. You will notice that they are beginning to fall, one by one, drifting softly to the ground. Just like the petals, all things in life are impermanent. The tree, the blossoms, and even the earth beneath us, none of them last forever. Everything changes." Dev watched as the blossoms continued to fall, each one gently fluttering to the ground. He felt a twinge of sadness, as if the falling petals marked the end of something precious. "Master, why must everything fade away?" Dev asked. "Why does beauty, and life itself, seem so fleeting?" Tenzin smiled and sat down on a nearby rock. "You see, Dev, the very nature of life is change. Everything is born, grows, and eventually fades. The tree and its blossoms are no different from you or me. They live in cycles. And this, my dear seeker, is the key to happiness." Dev was confused. "But master, how can impermanence bring happiness? If everything eventually fades, how can we find peace?" The old monk nodded gently. "The pain you feel when the blossoms fall comes from attachment, your desire to hold on to something that is fleeting. You see, true happiness does not come from trying to hold on to things that are impermanent. It comes from understanding that change is natural and that we must learn to embrace it. If we cling to things, we only invite suffering. But if we accept that everything is temporary, we can find peace in the present moment." Dev's mind was still swirling with questions. "But how do I stop clinging? I have spent so many years seeking happiness in things, wealth, success, relationships, and they all fade away. How do I let go?" Tenzin's eyes sparkled with a gentle wisdom. "You must first understand that happiness is not found in the external world, but in your own heart. The key to happiness lies in the acceptance of impermanence. When you embrace the flow of life, its joys and sorrows, its beginnings and endings, you will learn to find peace in the present, without holding on to what was or worrying about what will be." The monk gestured to the falling petals once more. "These blossoms fall not in sorrow, but in grace. They fulfill their purpose, and when they fall, they nourish the earth so that new life can grow. In the same way, every moment of your life, whether it is filled with joy or sorrow, has a purpose. By accepting that everything changes, you learn to live fully, without fear, and without regret." Dev sat quietly, taking in the monk's words. He looked at the blossoms, falling softly to the ground, and for the first time, he felt a sense of peace. He understood now that his search for happiness had been rooted in attachment, in trying to hold on to moments that could never be preserved. He had been chasing after something that was always slipping through his fingers. "Master," Dev said, his voice filled with newfound clarity, "I now understand. Happiness is not something I can seek outside of myself, nor can it be found in things that pass. It is found in accepting the impermanence of life and living fully in each moment." Tenzin smiled warmly. "Exactly, my child. The key to happiness lies in embracing life as it is, changing, fleeting, and precious. When you stop clinging and allow life to flow as it will, you will find a deep, lasting peace within." Dev stayed in the village for several more years, learning from Tenzin and practicing the wisdom of impermanence. Over time, he came to understand that the secret to happiness was not in seeking permanence or avoiding change, but in embracing the present moment with an open heart. He learned to let go of his attachments and to live in harmony with the ever-changing flow of life. And so, Dev found the happiness he had long sought, not in things that fade, but in the deep peace that comes from accepting the impermanence of all things. Moral: the key to happiness lies not in holding on to things that are fleeting, but in embracing the impermanence of life. By accepting change and living fully in the present moment, we can find lasting peace and contentment. True happiness comes from within, not from external possessions or circumstances. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.